Hi, in this segment we're going to be going over doing a simple party henna designs, especially the type that you might see at weddings and bridal parties. So right now I just have a template that we're going to use, and this is my henna cone. And I really recommend that you have sharp pair of scissors. I got this little small pair that I keep with me and I really like it. And just cut a little at a time. I know it's hard to see because it just gets a bit blurry, but it's a little at a time. And I usually like test it a little bit just to see like the flow. As you can see here, that's the flow. Not too bad. It's good, it's nice. All right. So we're gonna start with something simple. Let's say you're going across the hand. And you just start with small motifs. Start the middle. I'll show you the flower design. And remember, you're going to start from the back and move forward. These designs, should take you actually about 4 to 5 minutes. If you're just starting out, I know it's going to take you longer and you'll probably have to copy out of a book, but eventually before you know it, you'll get the hang of it. You want to do enough so that they're going to be happy with the results, with the henna that you've done. But not too much that it takes you a long time, because the longer it takes you, the longer it's going to take to get everyone else done. Just want to make sure you can still see. Okay. It takes time to memorize different designs and different elements, but it comes in time. It takes a few years to gain speed and to start memorizing all these different designs, because this is something that I'm not copying. I'm just kind of doing it out of my head. And sometimes I go back and add little embellishments here and there where I think it would look nice. And you can fit all sorts of designs in between the nooks and crannies of these paisleys. I don't know if I had mentioned, but it's better to start, I think I had said that, to start from the furthest point away from yourself and then move forward. Because you can't like start here and start going back like towards further away from yourself, because you're gonna eventually like hit the design and it just gets too messy. I mean, you don't want to be embarrassed sitting there and doing a design that you've actually like messed up. And this is some shading. Just making sure you can still see it. I'm gonna move a little bit up. So see, I'm just doing the outlines and then coming in afterwards to fill it up. There's so many different types of little elements that you can use to fill it. And remember that sometimes, there will be a mistake, and you just have to have the confidence to go back over a mistake. See that little line sticking out? It's kind of bothering me. So maybe to cover it up, I'll make the line a little bit thicker. And that way, look, it looks good as new. And you can add splashes here and there. I'm just trying to make sure you can all see it. I'm going to move a little forward over here like that. There we go. So make the line and then drag out the leaf here. And add little dots to embellish it. See, another mistake like that. Sometimes I usually use my cone and just like wipe it off. If it's the skin, then it does come off a lot easier. If you have toothpicks or a little, Q-tip, you can wipe that away. That usually will go away. But the paper does stick really well and stain very quickly, but it will stain quickly on the skin as well. So try to clean that up as fast as you can. And then you'll fit in like the flowers as needed. See, like if this was a person's hand, then I would be doing exactly the same thing, filling it in here. Because obviously you can't go in between the person's hand, because they'll just start squishing it, and then that'll be another kind of mess. And it's common for people to like close their fingers or not be thinking about that you're, you know, the henna design that you're actually doing on them. And sometimes mistakes like that happen. What else we got here? Go over there, okay. From the finger to, I can go put another paisley in there. And then bring another leaf around. There we go. That's beautiful. Yeah, so this is something that you could do at a party. And then you'd be on to the next person. I do like to ask people if they want anything on the fingertips. You know, it's nice because then sometimes some people want something on the fingertips. So you do something on the fingertips. You could add something like this, something simple. And a paisley on bottom, a paisley on top, and then choose the elements. Put a dot and a half circle, a dot and a half circle, and continue that all the way through. You could add another leaf. Fix that up. Okay. And I also recommend having a cloth to wipe on, like wipe your henna cone onto a cloth. Some people do wipe right onto their hands. I don't really like to, so I try to wipe onto either a cloth or like a paper towel, which I'm using right now, just a piece of paper towel. There we go. All right. Another paisley. Remember, any mistakes you can go right back over to touch it up. There we go. Almost done. And then you got to do that thumb. The thumb, you usually got to get that in a really nice position, you know. Ask the person to kind of put their thumb kind of like this, you know, not closing their hand, but they're going to kind of have to, this is their hand, they're going to kind of have to go like this, you know, on the side, and then put that thumb out. And so that you can get that done without messing up the rest of the design. So we'll do the last design here. Make sure, are you in frame? Let me turn, I will turn the paper just to get a better view. And make sure that your design always goes like the same way so it matches. And if you're doing a second hand, then if you're doing something similar, just make sure that it all flows like, you know, in a nice direction. So that it complements each other. You want it to be, you know, complementary. Yeah, I'm just mixing and matching, showing you different designs that you could do in the paisleys. And that's about it. This would be your design. So let's get a really good view of this design. Here it is. There we go. There we go. All the way up the finger. All the thumbs are done. Something it's very simple party stuff. And I'll just show you how to dazzle it with some glitter. Loose glitter. Here we go. Let's get something that stands out. I like this. This is a nice copper. And this is in a poof bottle actually. It's copper, so I just basically squeeze it onto the design. And usually I brush off the excess. You can see that the henna actually is wet, so that's how the poof glitter sticks to it. But if you're all able to see that really well, I'll shake it off. If you were the client, you could brush off the excess with the brush. But now you see what the design looks like. Here we go, very shiny, all the way up. And this would be their hand. And trust me, they will be very happy. So there you have it. It's a quick party henna design and a little bit of glitter. If you just add that glitter to your party services, it's a big hit, and it's a very, very easy big hit to add to your line. It sets you really apart from other henna artists. All right, enjoy.